This is my 2016 Mercedes C-Class, which at one point looked like this. It was probably one of the cheapest Mercedes C-Class in Europe that was running. It was crash damage on this side and I was quoted like $5,500 to fix it, which was absolutely absurd because there was absolutely zero chassis damage on this car. So because that was so absurd, I decided to fix it myself with absolutely zero experience on how to do so. I fixed it for around $2,500 US. It was a long process, and throughout the whole process I learned a lot about cars, and this car is more special to me, as you'll find out later in the video why. I was never planning to publish this video. I was never really planning to have a YouTube channel where I fix cars, but apparently I'm doing that now. So just a disclaimer, I was recording this video for myself and not to publish it on YouTube, so it might not be as good. So I'll do the best that I can with the footage I have from me and my father fixing this car. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is basically how the car came from Belgium. I got it for around 7.5k, and as you can see here, there's little to no damage on the chassis. However, the airbags were blown, especially the driver, the knee airbag and the side airbag. My father started to remove the bumper so we can better assess the damage underneath. We also had to take the door out so we can get to the fender and the fender bolts, so we can take out the fender as well. Basically at this point I started to disassemble everything one by one. Here I'm taking the plastics from the bottom. I'm taking out the right headlight. And here we had a lot of trouble with the knuckle. Basically, the knuckle in the suspension was twisted from the crash, so it was really hard to get out. This is where we compare the old one with the new one. As you can see here, the knuckle is already touching the tire. This is the new knuckle. These were all the airbags and seat belts that were either locked or blown. This is the new headlight and the new bumper. This is the new airbag for the steering wheel, the crash bar, the side airbag. These parts were all sourced locally and they were bought second-hand. They are not new. Here my father puts in the new suspension arm, which gave me the ability to drive the car. And look how funny it looks like. This was the first time I was driving the car, and it was really an interesting experience because it didn't have airbags and the whole windshield was broken. We had trouble taking out the crash bar here. As you can see, my father is using a chisel and a hammer to take it out, and it still wouldn't budge. But after a long time of trying it, we finally managed to take it out. Here a lot of footage is missing because I basically put the new crash bar in and the new top bar. So this is a funny part. I basically broke the bolt and I got really frustrated and I threw the bolt away. My father eventually fixed that though. Father to the rescue. This is where we put the new bonnet on the car. The new second-hand bonnet, I should say. And to be honest, it was a good fit immediately. We had to move it around on the bolts it sits, but it eventually got in really well. At this point we are removing the back seats and the back plastics so we can have access to the back seat belts, because those were the ones that were locked, not the drivers and the passenger, but the rear seat belts were both locked. I eventually put the new seat belts in. I believe this is the point where I do that. This is me fitting in the new steering wheel airbag. We had to take out the headliner a bit, which is why I'm taking out the plastics from the headliner so we can fit the new curtain airbag. The curtain airbag was a pain to fit, to be honest, but we eventually got that as well. Here we eventually start to rebuild the car. At this point we are putting the new lights in. And this is the first time this car has had a somewhat of a face. Here the new bumper is going on. And after this point the car will go to the body shop to get painted, and unfortunately I have no footage of that, and I also have no footage of us putting in the new fender. Here's how the car looked like, I should say 90% complete. At this point I'm taking out the door cards because I wanted to put the new ambient light I bought from AliExpress. This is me at home fitting in the new ambient light kit. The cardboard box on the table is the new ambient light kit. Basically this is a OEM kit. I mean, you fit it and they go into the computer of the car and they program it. So I did that, and the car now has ambient light as if it came from the factory. And unfortunately a lot of footage is missing, like changing the windscreen, changing the curtain airbag, fitting in the new fender, repainting the car at the body shop. So this is all the footage I have. So here's a montage of how the car looks like now, fully rebuilt. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to shed some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder.
Unfortunately, that's all of the footage I have from me rebuilding this car, because as I said, I was merely recording the whole process for personal reasons. So that's all of the footage I have. There's a lot from the process that's missing, as I'm sure you see in the video. But this car now drives perfectly. Like, there is no indication that this car has been crashed. Like, obviously, if you know that it's been crashed, and if you notice all small details in the bodywork, you might notice that it has been crash damaged. But apart from that, the way it drives, the way it sits on the road, it's incredible. Like, and it goes to show how quality made these vehicles are, because this vehicle is now 10 years old and it doesn't feel like it. It feels like 2, 3, at most 4 years old. So it drives great, it looks great, and I'm so glad that I took on this project with my father, because this was the last thing I did with my father before he unfortunately passed away. So this car is incredibly special to me, and I do not want to sell it ever. So yeah, this car is really special to me, even though it's a basic C220d diesel. It's not like a C63 AMG or something like that, but to me it's special. To me it's special. Anyways, this isn't the last video from this car. I will continue this series. I have a lot of videos planned for this car. I wanna put AMG bumpers on it. I wanna put new rims on it. I want to put digital cluster on it. I wanna make it like an AMG monster. Well, look-alike. I wanna put a roof tent on it from AliExpress and camp in the mountains. So I really want to take this car for adventures, because I want to use it as much as possible, because I love it. I really do. So stay tuned for new videos from this car, and the Golf series will continue as well. Peace out.